Hello friends, I am Dr. Jyotsna Sharma, Principal Shambhudyal Global School, Dayanand Nagar, Ghaziabad. Today I just want to discuss with my educationist friends regarding T20, that is the teaching strategies for 2020, as we all are facing some of the problems related to pandemic. So how can we take education system in 2020 and beyond? Know why I am using the word T20? Because there is actually evolution, whether it is entertainment or education. In entertainment, like in cricket, if we'll check that 94 years before, in 1877, test matches were started. After that, in 1971, there was evolution from 5-day matches to 1-day matches. Then after 34 years, there was again one a new change was there regarding T20 in 2005. Similarly, if we check about the education system and its evolution, we all are aware that first there were gurukuls, then blackboards, then whiteboard with smart boards. Then there in some of the schools or in some of the educational institutes, robots they are there which help the teachers for teaching. And now these days we are using many digital tools for online classes because all the students they are at home and teachers are also working from home in pandemic. So accordingly, because of the change of the situation, now there are four type of stakeholders: students, tutors testimony, technology, and parents. Now first stakeholder, mainly we are working for our students. They are the millennial learners. Now they have different thinking levels now. Year one student that is very curious and they know how to use mobile phones. Year 3 is a selfie master. They know about the flipping of camera. Year 7 child is a gladiator. They know about best weapons. They know about different types of the games also. Year 10 is a globe trotter. Knows globe, that world is flat. You can tell them that find out this place, they can immediately find out. Then year 13 is a scientist. They're very, very curious and analyst. They knows why mission moon failed. Year 17 child is a celebrity because they are everywhere on the social networking channel. They are having more than 1,000 friends and 100 followers. So this kind of learners we are facing. So there is change of learning style. There must be learners revolution which is required. Now, another second stakeholder in education system is tutor testimony. So in this picture, I'm just trying to show you about the conventional teaching, that how teachers, as a teacher, we are teaching in the classroom. And according to us, we are giving our full and we are using our full energy, potential, and knowledge. But look at the status of the students, that some of them they feel bored and they don't want such kind of the lectures. So accordingly, because of the students thinking level, we have to change our teaching style. Like this is the style, like first conduct the practicals project, many of the activities research based. Then where there will be involvement of many students, they are unique, they will use their abilities to know about different things. Then next is technology. Third stakeholder is technology. Now technology is very helpful these days. In online classes, we are using Google Meet, we are using Microsoft Teams, and many more digital digital tools are there. We are using Twitter, Facebook, and some where students they are making their own apps also. So technology is being used everywhere, whether it is business, whether it is infrastructure, whether something related to communication or commerce, or especially in education, school education, as well as in higher classes also. But there is one thing, that is respond and reaction. Now let me tell you, we are saying that we are using online classes where we can use different digital tools, where we can use different videos, we can download from YouTube, you can create from the YouTube. So there is huge difference between the two terms, reacting and responding. because reaction is very quick without much thought, tense or very aggressive kind of the thought is there, and response is thoughtful, calm and non-threatening. So if we'll check this technology only, then it creates reaction. But what is the role of the teacher when teacher is using technology in very thought provoking process? Then that is the response. Next stakeholder, parents. Of course, expectation of the parents. The parents, they're expecting much more from the student, that just to make from their word, just to make him or her all rounder. And somewhere now these days, we all know in our education system, we know that everybody is genius, but they are genius, they are unique in some of the in different of the tasks, they in different of the capabilities or abilities. And now teachers, parents, or even by using technology, we have to work on this area, that how can we help every child with one-to-one interaction. For this, I will suggest there are certain pillars of success which can be used. Now, the first is creativity and imagination. Whenever we are taking our classes, there we should be imaginative, and we have to make our students creative and imaginative by giving them practical examples, not only practical examples, but also projects to do. Now, another thing is critical thinking and problem solving. So whatever chapter, whatever content or topic we are teaching in the class, it should be something which is related to a problem, that how students will do analysis and finally solve it. I'll give you one example. Now, these days we are saying in pandemics that social distancing is required. But for class 1 students, very difficult to explain them that it is communicable, spreading from one person to another person. So simply I will give them this project, and that you put talcum powder on your hand, and at home you just handshake with one of the member, and then this member will handshake with the another, and in this way, when they will find that powder is there, this talcum powder or sparkle powder is there on the hands of everyone in the family. So this shows that how viruses, they are transferring from one person to another person. So critical thinking is required in making such kind of activities. Now, next, students are they can't because when they are in the class, then they will they we are there to give them some individual project as well as group activity. Now they are at home, still we can give them collaborative and communication related projects, where in a group they'll discuss with their parents, they can discuss with their friends, they can discuss with the students, and they can discuss with their online friends also. And after that, they will do analysis, and then final learning outcome will come. Now, next is fourth one, which is very important thing in these days, that is citizenship, responsibility, ownership. That students must be responsible. How can they become responsible? When because they are virtually present in a class, actually they are not attending the classroom. And when they are not attending the classroom, so whether they are actually involved in the in taking the class seriously, or they are involved in some other tasks, they're switching over to some other task. So this becomes the responsibility of the child, responsibility of the parent, responsibility of the teacher. So this citizenship is actually provides all these kind of things among students. Now, teachers, here, if we are saying that above mentioned pillars of success, this can be achieved only and only with the involvement of the teacher. Because if we'll see that everywhere, every person, every institute, they are using technology, they are using different types of videos or online classes, how come one teacher behave differently? For this, they need training where they can enhance their skills, whether it is social literacy, digital, financial, all kind of the upskilling is required. They can use their previous experience, they can learn from the things from the experience that they have. And this way, by using their knowledge, or by upskilling, they can do their own development as well as of the students. For this, actually, in this pandemic period, learning revolution is required. The first thing is individual attention, because if we'll give to individual attention to the students, then they'll do self-analysis, and after doing self-analysis they will find out that they are good in this particular strategy. They can use it in the class, not only teachers but students also. Then with the use of power and technology, virtual lab, journals, Google Lens, so many things are there which can be effectively used for the teaching or for learning. Then technology is there, but it is in parallel with upgradation of student and industry needs. So whatever technology, whatever the strategy we are using, that should be for the upskilling, for to enhance the skill level of the students. Then now there is need that is shift from the teacher centric education to student centric education. Though it is exam based, but it should be now more inclination should be there toward the project based, toward the experiential learning type of the education system. So that's why now from lesson plan, teachers, they will make learning plan instead of making lesson plan. They'll introduce learning plan as well as creativity plan. Another projects which are there, that students and teachers, they are working on STEM. It is science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and now because of integration of art, so it has been changed. STEM has been changed to STEAM. But in coming time, because students, they are using technology, parents are using technology, we as a teacher, as educationists, leaders, we are using technology, and now coming time will be of STEMic, where there is, along with science, technology, engineering, and maths, there is integration of art and artificial intelligence, and C is for cloud computing. So in last, I will just say that we have to think of the future of the student. So school to career. Now there is time when there is change of lifelong learning to lifelong adaptability. So lifelong learning students are doing by attaining the knowledge, by understanding the things, by using that things in their real life. And after that, they are doing the analysis, they are making their own things. That will be lifelong adaptability. So to succeed in the future, learners will need to think like employees, and employees will need to think like learners. Thank you so much, everyone.